What's up, happy people, and welcome to the ninth edition of the Spotlight on South Baltimore on Facebook Live. How's everybody doing today? As always, we're excited to talk about all the great things that are done at the South Baltimore Employment Connection Center in South Baltimore. And we are part of the Career Center Network, and we are affiliated with the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. Today, we're going to highlight a couple businesses that we've been working with in the South Baltimore area. And as always, if you have some friends out there who are looking for good opportunities, please comment, like, and share this video on your Facebook page to help them. We always talk about training. We also talk about new jobs. Get them on the page, and we'll get ready to rock. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Bill Carnes. I've been with the Mayor's Office of Employment Development going on 16 years. I am currently at the location in South Baltimore. Grew up in South Baltimore, born and bred. I used to be at the Mondawmin Connect Center and worked with the ex-offenders. I still do that. I do it at the South Baltimore location now. So let's get started. As always, I like to say that the Employment Connection Center is the best kept secret in South Baltimore. We are located right in between Carroll Park and the Horseshoe Casino, right off of Russell Street. Very easy to get to. We've been serving the public since 2015, and we are the connect between businesses in the area throughout Baltimore City, to be honest with you. And with the neighborhood areas, we're trying to get the residents jobs, the folks in Cherry Hill, Brooklyn, Pigtown, all those surrounding areas. So if you don't know about us, give us a call. We always have plenty of opportunities for folks. We're going to start doing a lot of on-site events pretty soon. We're going to have, in June, we're going to have over 15 employers directly involved with the transportation field. Whether you have a Class A, B, or C, come on down. We've got some great wages to talk about too. So, keep your eye out. If you register with us, as always, we send out flyers almost every week to let you know what we have going on. So, COVID is still out there, but I want to let everybody know that SBECC is still open to the public. We do take appointments. If you're interested in come seeing us, call 410-396-1052. You can walk in too, but call ahead of time to make sure that we have staff there that will be able to help you. Obviously, employers are still hiring. If you're registered with us, we'll send you job leads once a week. And you, as always, go on the Maryland Workforce Exchange, mwejobs.maryland.gov. We always post jobs on there. And we also have our own hiring board, which is our now hiring board through Mayor's Office of Employment Development. If you go on that webpage, you'll see over 400 jobs, and we update that thing weekly. So I would check that twice a week. Lots of good jobs being added all the time. So with that being said, I'm not going to waste any time. Let's bring on our first guest today, Mike Robertson with Rowan Concrete. Mike, come on down. You're the first contestant. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing excellent, Bill, and I appreciate you very much having me today.
So, Mike, I mess with Mike all the time. Mike has a job which I like to call, it's like trying to find, a needle in a haystack, or, it's what he's asking for is pretty simple, but we can't find anybody. And I think we've been on this for like 3 weeks right now, right, Mike? How long we've been looking for a driver for you?
It's been about a month. It's okay. Things have dried up quite a bit, man, since COVID hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Mike talk about it, but I'm gonna say this: no experience necessary. Okay, background friendly. He's going to start you off at $20 an hour to train you. Okay, do I have any interested takers on that? That sounds pretty cool. So let's talk a little bit about your company. Talk about what we're trying to do with you, and let's see if we can get you some folks. Take it away, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. So the name of our company is Rowan Concrete. We are a ready-mix concrete manufacturer located in the Baltimore area. We primarily service in and around Baltimore, Baltimore City, inside 695 Beltway. So what we're doing, we're producing and manufacturing concrete at our facility located at 4600 East Fayette Street, and we're delivering that product to job sites in and around Baltimore. We do a lot of state work, a lot of city work, lots of civil work, private projects. You pretty much name it, we have our hand in it, concrete-wise, in and around Baltimore. We've been in business going on 15 years now. We're always hiring CDL drivers, CDL class B and Class A. Our trucks specifically are CDL B trucks, but if you have a Class A, you're more than qualified to operate our trucks as well.
And Mike, with the CDLA guys, they'll make a little bit more, correct?
Excuse me?
The CDLA guys would make a little bit more, correct?
Yeah, we generally start people off without any experience within the industry or driving for that matter at $20 an hour coming right out of school. We have a very extensive.
I need you to repeat that, Mike, because that is really important. Because one of the things we do as an agency is we put a lot of people in training, for CDL A's and B's. And the issue was for years that, it would be a great class. Guys and gals for that matter, everybody would come out and they'd have their license. But then when they apply for jobs, it would say it need a year experience, need 2 years experience. And the issue was, well, where would folks get that experience? Since COVID, that's changing. So why are you guys open now to taking people right out of school? Explain the thought process with that.
Sure. So our main concern with our CDL drivers is that, one, they know the basics, they know how to drive. Coming out of school, as long as they're comfortable in the truck, they know how to drive. They're familiar with a manual transmission. I have to throw that in there because we do have a mixed fleet of trucks, some automatic and some manual. We're more than willing to take the time to teach someone our process through our training program, our operation, our processes. We're more than willing to teach that individual and get them up to speed as to what we're doing within our company.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. Why can't we find drivers for you, Mike?
I'll tell you what, Bill, I've never had an issue like this prior to COVID. I've always had 3 or 4 guys waiting to come on board. Then COVID hit, and it's just a shortage in general in the transportation industry with commercial drivers right now.
But the key thing is the manual transmission. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So sure. We have a mixed fleet of trucks. We have some automatic, some manual. But in order to be hired on by us, because you need to know how to operate both, you have to know how to drive a manual transmission. Not just have to know, but if you're going to driving school, when you test out of driving school, you have to test out on a manual, so you don't have that restriction on your license that would prevent you from driving the manual.
That's the key thing. We can't have a manual restriction on the CDL license. So telling all my folks that want to go to school, make sure you get trained on a stick. I remember, and I'm an old dude. Stick. We all learned how to drive a stick way back in the day, right. But that really isn't pushed as much. But with construction equipment, and I got to tell you, I could sit here and name about 5 other companies that I work with. Everybody has the same deal on the larger equipment. They're all sticks. So there is a huge need. So again, for my folks that are looking for jobs right out of school, or if you're interested in just getting a CDL, there are opportunities as soon as you get your license. So this is kind of important. Talk a little bit about your benefits, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. So we
hours and all that good stuff. Yeah, because it's construction. So
we touched a little on the pay. Starting pay with no experience is $20 an hour. Our work schedule is Monday through Friday. All daytime hours, no swing shift, no middle shift, no 11 to 7. Generally, we're getting started anywhere between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. in the morning, and we're wrapping up in the afternoon, anywhere between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. Okay. So all the deliveries are local. You come in the morning time, you go home in the afternoon time. We offer full benefits, full medical, vision, and dental. We have disability and life insurance available as well, 401k, paid time off, paid holidays. We offer uniform service through Cintas that supply uniform pants, which is at no charge of the employee if they are interested in that service.
Is there room for growth, Mike? Can you cross-train in other equipment? So if somebody
Yes.
starts off, will they learn how to do a bobcat, a hauler, that type of stuff, or?
Yes, absolutely, and I'm glad you brought that up, Bill. So it's plenty of opportunity for growth. A lot we've had CDL drivers come on board before, and you know, coming on as a CDL driver, seeing our operation, what we're doing, and venture off into other areas. We have our operations, our equipment operators. We have our own QC department where we test all of our materials and our concrete. So once once you come in and you kind of see what we're doing, there's lots of opportunity if you're interested in other things as well. Having a CDL license and coming on board as a CDL driver, that's it's a great thing, but it's getting your foot in the door as well. You're not necessarily for the rest of your career here going to be a CDL driver if you have other interests. Because
Mike, you don't need a construction background to get with your company, correct?
Correct. So you don't need any experience, and believe it or not, most people coming into the concrete industry, drivers primarily, have never had any experience within the concrete industry.
Right. So this is a great way to get your foot in the door. Rowan is rocking right now. It sounds like you have plenty of opportunities for folks. So tell me what your ideal candidate looks like. I mean, as far as what you want somebody to bring to the table when they come to work each day, Mike.
Sure, someone who's motivated, who wants to learn, has initiative. Someone that has a good attitude and wants to be here. Once they come in, they see what we're doing and they're interested, because people that are interested, we value that a lot in terms of cross training, whether it's driving, QC, operations, we're industry related training, all those things. If we have someone who's motivated and wants to explore those things, that's what we're looking for.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So if anybody out there is interested, if you know of anybody, please, all you got to do is send me a resume, bcarnes@oedworks.com. Mike, do you want to have anything else to add?
Yeah, no. If anyone's interested, please reach out to Bill.
We've got five. We got 5 openings right now, right? Is that what we're trying to fill?
Yes, correct. Right? So we have five openings, full-time position, not seasonal or temporary by any means. Full-time position. We've never laid anybody off. And my CDLA guys, if guys want to stay closer to home and be local and kind of getting tired of going over the road, definitely apply. Because I think I have 4 or 5 CDLA guys working for us right now. Like I said, our vehicles are Class B, but if you have your CDLA, you're more than qualified to operate our vehicles.
Okay. And Mike, I'll see you at War Memorial next month for our construction job fair.
Yes, sir. I'll be there.
Okay, fantastic. Thanks again for coming on today, and hopefully we can get you some good folks. Appreciate you.
Okay, great, Bill. Appreciate it.
Have a great day, man.
You do the same.
All right. So again, great way to get your foot in the door. I have a lot of people tell me all the time, hey, I'd like to get into construction. It seems to be, if you look in and around Baltimore and the surrounding areas, construction is booming again. This is a good way to get your foot in the door. This is a company that's been around for 15 years, solid people. And again, one thing that we talked about is that I just have a question from Crystal. Hi, Crystal. And hi, Rhonda. Rhonda, you need a job with the city. We can talk about that. Just come to our center. And Crystal, they don't offer CDL training, but we do. If you're a Baltimore City resident, you can come to one of our centers, and we can talk to you about getting your CDL A's or B's. We can absolutely help you with us. Just give us a call, 410-396-1052, and we can definitely help you. All right. So hopefully we can get some interest with that. Next person we're going to bring on, everybody knows who this is, Johns Hopkins Hospital. This is a gentleman that I used to work with at another company, Alex Velasco. Alex, come on down. You're the next contestant. How you doing, man?
There you go. Let me get my microphone turned on.
There we go.
I'm good, Bill. How you been, my friend?
Dude, it's been a while. It has
been.
How have you been?
Changed. A lot of moving around.
How do you like your new job?
Listen, Johns Hopkins, it's the end game for me. I mean, it's where I want to be. I mean, there's so much growth possibilities. There's so much you can do. There's so many areas you can work in. It's really, I'm really happy to be there.
Fantastic. Well, anytime I drop the name Johns Hopkins, boom, the antenna goes up. People always want to know, hey, how can I get into Hopkins? What we have. And speaking to you, you have a unique opportunity. I didn't know this, but there's actually a warehouse located. Is it next to the hospital, beneath the hospital? Explain that to me.
Well, think about it, Bill. I mean, you're going to go in there for a knee surgery. You're not the only one going for a knee surgery. Is it
right.
left knee, right knee, and female, male, whatever the case may be. So we have to have all that stuff in stock.
So we got lots of body parts in the basement. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
All the body parts are in the basement, exactly. So we actually have we call them material coordinators.
Okay.
Coordinate the materials. But basically, what it is they're operation carts that go up to the operating room, and they have to have everything needed for that operation. Well, where is all that stuff sitting until the operation's needed or done? While they're sitting in our storerooms, our warehouses, our locations, and they are on site. And so this is a clean room area. You got to be smocked up and everything, face covered and all, because you minimize contamination. But yes, we do actually have that, and we need people there.
I'm just curious, how many square feet is that bad boy? That's got to be a huge warehouse.
Right, you're asking me stuff I don't know, but it's big. And there's actually 2 locations.
It's at least 2 football fields, because I imagine it's pretty darn big.
It's actually from people that tell me that work there, it's kind of like an Amazon, but a lot smaller, because you actually have the robots going around in there. They get loaded, and the robot goes and drops it off over here. It's actually pretty cool. We're looking for people in that area to go, what I call warehouse associates, but they're also called senior material coordinators. But we're also looking for the leaders for those material coordinators. So we're actually looking for managers there, and we're actually looking for supervisors who actually supervise, make sure that stock's always there. I mean, last thing you want to find out is, we got Bill laid out for his knee replacement, and oh darn, there's no more knee replacements. Right. It's in the back. We got to make sure the stock's always there. So we got those people. We need the whole crew right there, always.
So when I spoke to you earlier in the week, you threw a big number at me. How many job openings do you guys have right now at Hopkins?
Oh, Hopkins Global. There's about 3,000 jobs opening.
Say that again for me.
3,000.
3,000.
But that's not just Baltimore.
Right.
I mean, there's Hopkins in Florida. There's Hopkins, here in Pennsylvania. There's Hopkins across the state. There's Hopkins in other countries.
So there was no way we could talk about 3,000 jobs today. So what I asked,
not just Baltimore by itself. No.
Yeah. So we're going to concentrate on some of. I asked you to pick 8 positions out, if you can, and we're going to talk about the positions you want to focus on today. And I saw the signing bonuses are really good, and it's across the board. So talk a little bit about what you're focusing on trying to fill right now.
So right now, what I really want to focus on. First of all, just to get them out of the way, we do have some positions, manager positions, supervisor positions that require bachelor's degrees or more. But what I want to concentrate on a little bit is the other positions that we have plenty of. For example, the one we just talked about, the warehouse positions. We have not only the warehouse associate, but the managers and the supervisors for the warehouse that we're looking for. For the associates, all you need is a GED and 1 year worth of experience working, and you're good as gold. The other area is the decontamination and transportation area. Decontamination and transportation area is basically, again, making sure everything's clean. It's a clean room area, and there again, we're just looking for people. If you have a high school diploma or GED, you're in. You're good as gold. Mm-hmm. Both of those locations are offering a $1,000 sign-on bonus.
Okay. And how's that work? Because I know people handle sign-on bonuses differently.
Right.
So do you get so much up front, so much after you've been there a certain amount of time? How's that work?
Well, our sign-on bonuses right now are 30 days. Within your first 30 days, sign-on bonuses are there for you. So
wow.
You have to go so long sign-on. That's
bonuses. Not bad.
No, okay. It's not that. It's usually within the first paycheck.
So I'm looking at the third one, the floor trash technician. I get a lot of people asking for floor tech.
Talk about that one.
The
environmental care services. The numbers that I put over here, or the numbers that you're looking at, those are numbers that you could punch in right now at jobs with John Hopkins, and
Okay.
that position will pop up. But it's not only one job, there's several of them. So that's why I say search EBS, which means environmental services. Now,
Okay.
environmental services could be anything from gardening to working in the kitchen, to working maintenance, to everything there is, work cleaning up rooms or whatnot. And these positions here don't even require a high school diploma. You could have just middle school education.
Wow.
And you could apply for the positions.
Okay. And Hopkins is 24/7. So, I mean, all
Yeah.
shifts available,
All shifts available.
all days of the week. Now, do you require people to work on weekends? How's that work?
It all depends on the position. Some
Okay.
positions, they'll let you know as you walk in, there's weekend work. Some positions are only weekends.
Oh, okay.
You work Friday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's all you work, and that's your shift. But that is something that when you're searching for that EVS, you could see whether or not it's going to be a day shift or a night shift. It tells you right there. You could switch once you're in the company. You could switch. That's not a problem. Okay. Another one that's really interesting too is the culinary, the kitchen.
Yeah, Antonio, can we go to the next slide, please?
Which was that?
Hold on, we're gonna go to
the slide up here. Okay.
Yep. Antonio,
a lot of these positions are offering $1,000 sign-on bonuses, which is kind of nice.
Thank you.
Which is kind of nice. So which was the other ones that I can't see them? They're kind of small.
Okay, so we have the culinary, we've got the transport associate, we've got patient service coordinator, and of course, I know the therapist. I'm looking at that number, $10,000 sign-on bonus for nurses and respiratory therapists. Wow.
There's a $10,000 sign-on bonus if you know a nurse or a respiratory therapist. Obviously, with COVID, they're in high demand right now. They are in high demand. So what we're offering is a $10,000 sign-on bonus for respiratory therapists and nurses.
Okay. The patient service coordinator, is that like intake? I remember seeing the intake specialist. Is that almost the same thing?
That is intake, but it's also several other things. The best thing that I could do is they handle a lot of the hospital patient communication. They could be receptionists. This is why I say search PSCs, or patient service coordinator. When you go search, there are several positions available, and they come in different levels. It could be a PSC 1, 2, 3, or 4. And it all depends on your level, how comfortable you are. Again, it could be, you come in as a 2. They're only asking for 6 months of work experience, in order to become a PSC 2.
So talk to me a little about the benefits and the advantages of being a full-time Hopkins employee. Do they still help with tuition reimbursement and assistance? I remember that was something that was a big thing for Hopkins back in the day. Talk to me about all the little bennies that you guys have.
Well, first of all, you get days off, depending on which positions you get. It could be anywhere from 17 days off to 22 days off, depending if you're salary or not salary. Since I'm showing both different types of positions, I need to say that. You get 7 holidays off a year, plus your regular days off. So even if you only get 17 days off, that's still 24 days off a year. You get all the health benefits, health, dental, vision is available to you. Prescription plans are available. FSA, which is a savings account that you can use for paying for out-of-pocket costs if there is any. Like you mentioned, education assistance we have for employees. It's 100% education assistance. So once you come in, if you come in as you just got out of high school and you want to get a degree, you could get a degree with John Hopkins, and it's going to be paid for. What's really nice is you have dependents. If you have dependents, we cover 50% of your dependents' tuition. So that's basically your kids. Okay. So if you think about it, that's kind of like a scholarship. If you're working with Hopkins, it's half scholarship, better than nothing.
Absolutely.
And this is something that once you're in there, you're able to talk to the counselors or the consultants as far as how you can go about that. I know for a fact we have couples that work at John Hopkins, and their kids got through college for free, basically paid for.
All right.
So other stuff that we have is We have child care and senior care services. We also have prepaid legal services. You've probably heard of that before. We have pet insurance, Bill.
Oh, that's cool.
We have pet insurance. You could also get your life insurance, whole life insurance. We have a program that's work. It's called Live Near Your Work, which actually helps you look into a house, qualify for a house, probably move into a house, and the stuff goes on and on. Today, for example, just today, I am signed up to be, and this is for free, online meditation class. It's a job. Work is stressful. It's an online meditation class, and so we're gonna, we're gonna pop off at 3:00, and that's it. Shut down, and we go online. And these are called healthy work services that they offer as well. But this just goes to show that Johns Hopkins is reaching out to you in so many different ways, even to the point where they want you to relax, kick back, and enjoy. A lot of the other benefits, since I'm talking about meditation, we get access to Calm. I don't know if you've known that app.
No, I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, there's an app called Calm that helps you meditate.
Okay.
Noise like try to sleep, like you're in the ocean or something.
Man, we could use that with MOED. I kind of like that. I think we have something like that through our.
We get discounts at all the services around town. We got Costco and Sam's Club discounts to participate to those areas, and so much more. I mean, this is why I'm telling you, this is my end game. I mean, this is it. This is where I'm at. And you could start off as simple as one of the an EBS job and simply educate yourself to other jobs and move on. And you build up your profile.
Now, I am going to say one of the most common things that I hear is that, hey, I put an app in, I didn't hear anything back. So talk to me about how you guys are trying to fix that and, be a little bit more response, because I'm sure you guys get thousands of resumes every single week. So it's probably a lot to keep up with.
We do get a lot. We do get a lot that are misplaced applications. For example, like right here, I'm looking for a supervisor for radiology equipment, which requires a bachelor's and a little bit of engineering background. I have had people who were supervisors at McDonald's applying for that.
Okay.
So that just doesn't match up. You see what I mean?
Sure.
But usually people should get, because it's an automatic system. Once we read through the application, it's not quite the application that we need. It gets put into a bucket that automatically sends, thank you for applying, but we're going to be going with someone different.
Okay.
And so they should be at least getting that reply.
Okay. Can you give me the website again so folks know?
Jobs, hopkinshospital.com.
One more time for me.
Or just look for John Hopkins jobs, and it'll pop up.
All right.
And you could type in any of those numbers that I have right there. They should pop up. If not, look for those search titles that I give you. Patient service coordinator or search food services. That's another area we didn't talk about. We're looking for a director for food services, but then again, we're also looking for a lot of people to work in our cafeterias.
Dietary is a big ask for my folks. Lots of folks always say, hey, I would love to get into Hopkins. Do they have food service? Do they have floor tech? Do they have greeters? So you've covered all that. That's fantastic. Yeah. And of course, the admin positions and the rest. I mean, you have some high-end jobs too. For all my administrators out there, I know I've gotten some resumes for folks that are looking for higher end. And Crystal wants to know, does Hopkins offer on-the-job training for any healthcare programs?
On-the-job training, again, there is education reimbursement. So there is not, it really depends on the position. I'm not going to say no, because it really depends on the position. You are going to have training on the job. Mm-hmm. I know, for example, some of the respiratory jobs, people come in as a basic respiratory technician or therapist, and then they teach them how to work in certain or specialty areas. So yeah, there is some training. I would probably need to have the more specific question to be clearer on the answer.
Okay. All right. And again, if anybody has any questions, give me a holler, 410-396-1052. I'll be able to assist you. I'll send the information over to Alex. Alex, I could talk to you for an hour about this because it sounds like you guys got a ton. We'll bring you back on probably in the coming months. It's been a pleasure. Glad to see your smiling, man. At your last position, you weren't as smiley, so it seems like you're happy at your new place.
It was a lot of fun. We had a great time.
No, we don't need to talk to them. I mean, it's good company, but everybody tends to move on. So appreciate you, man, and we'll be in touch. Have a great day. All right, Alex.
Take care.
Have a good one. So that was great. I mean, Hopkins is, when people ask for jobs, that's always one of the first ones. Hey, do you have any hospital openings? So give us a holler. We're Alex literally could have sat there for an hour and talked about everything they have available and not covered everything. So, all right, next thing. And this is something that we're starting new, and I can tell this is going to be my favorite part. We've got lots of good folks at the South Baltimore Employment Connection Center. So we're going to do a little bit. I'll meet the staff. And this young lady, Miss Lewis, come on in. Let's get her on camera. Come on, I see that smile, because to me, when you go into the centers, the gatekeeper is the most important person, the first person that you see. And we have Lanita, we have Talina and Lanita, and they always smile. They always smile, and they always leave a good impression. Lanita, sit back a little bit. We can't see your smiling face. There we go. We can't see your. Now I'm gonna put everybody. For some reason, our staff's a little camera shy. As you can tell, I'm not camera shy. I like to talk, but we've got great staff. When you guys come in there, they make you feel at home. So Lanita, and I know that when you used to be at another center and when we got you, they weren't happy because nobody wanted you to leave over at the East Side. So I want to say hi to all my folks at the East Side. And yeah, we got her and we ain't letting her go. So Lanita, tell everybody a little bit about what you do, what the OA does over there, how you came to MOED, and talk a little bit about Unite Us, because that is your specialty.
Okay, so I started at the Eastside Career Center as an OA, and a couple months into working there, I got transferred over to South Baltimore to be an OA/intake specialist.
Okay.
So each center is different. So Eastside, I mainly got you in the door, put you in our footnote, did KP, and got you to see the people that you need to see. Down here, it's basically the same. It's just not as much. I don't have as many BSRs or CDFs down here.
You just got me.
I have one BSR and one CDF. So it's not as hectic. But the traffic is about the same since COVID. A lot of people don't come in. So we get phone calls. People come in. Then it's just up to them if they're going to finish doing the rest of it. We get them in the door, get them to the training. Everything else is up to them.
Yeah. And when we start doing on-site events, the traffic's picking up. We have had a couple of events, and we want everybody to know that our doors are open. We have lots of training. We have lots of job opportunities. I'm usually in there on Mondays and Wednesdays, and we tend to get a little bit of traffic on those days. But I definitely want it. Pre-COVID, we would have lots of people. We're a small center, and we would get packed, especially when we had job club. So one of the reasons that you are so sought after is your specialty. Talk a little bit about Unite Us and what that will, because you are the expert. If we have questions about that, and tell people how that's a great tool if you're looking for something, how you get referred to different centers, and why maybe you're getting a phone call from somebody that you didn't hear from before.
Okay, so with Unite Us, it just puts you in our system to let us know what you need help with. Even though you might be in the South Baltimore area, you might need help with housing, or you might need some type of assistance with a state worker. You can go through Unite Us, and I can always refer you to different programs, different outreach centers, anything. Just because you in the South Baltimore area doesn't mean KP doesn't reach out anywhere else, as long as you're in Baltimore City. So you could be here talking with Bill, but you might need assistance over at Eastside. I can go right in Unite Us, or either Bill can go in there and refer you directly over there, and that office assistant over there take it from there and pinpoint you to the right person in her office.
We've got lots of expert matter specialists in our agency. People have been doing it for a long time. People have been doing it for a short time, but they know what they're doing. So if you need assistance, no matter what it is, we'll try to find the right person for you. And that's one of the tools that we use. So talk to me a little bit about yourself personally, because you're quiet. You're one of our quieter people. So tell us what you like to do, what's your favorite. So one of the things that we talk about in another show, so I'm going to throw this out there. Are you from Baltimore?
Born and raised.
Okay. Chicken box or lake trout?
It used to be a chicken box, but
Okay.
now I'll do lake trout.
There we go. So myself and my supervisor, Martin McKinstry, we have a little running argument. He's always like chicken box all the way. I like my seafood, and I know what lake trout's made out of. I got it. I understand. I don't care. A little bit of hot sauce, we're all good. What's your favorite spot in Baltimore to get a crab cake?
Oh wow, Moe's.
Okay, that's a good choice. Moe's has been around for a long, long time.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, thank you for coming on. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't like a trip to the dentist's office. We have to get your counterpart, and I'm going to shout her out every show until I get her. Talina, you're next. We're coming to get you, Talina. We're going to have you on the show. So, as always, if you can, Lanita, if you see the screen, tell people how to get in touch with us, if you can.
Okay, you can go to ECC@oedworks.com, or even you can go to the MWE Jobs and sign up through the Maryland Workforce Exchange Program, and that'll be even better on our end because we wouldn't have to make sure you're in there. You're already being there, so that's one less step that we have to take.
And of course, call us 410-396-1052, and you'll get Lanita or Talina with their smiling face. One thing that I judge an organization on, and this is totally true, I can tell when I call a company what type of company it is, based on how a person answers the phone. I really can, because if the person's pleasant and they're professional, that tells me something. If I get something like, yeah, who's this? Or what do you want? That tells me something right away. Our folks are the utmost professionals. They do a great job. And you know what? You can tell that they enjoy being there and they like to help people, which is 90% of the battle. We have good folks down throughout our entire agency, but I'm partial to our center. So we got great folks. You do a great job, Lanita, and thank you very much for coming on. As always, I want to thank everybody for joining us. My little tagline, your presence is your power. We can't help you unless we see you. Come down to the center. Come see us. We got lots of opportunities. Again, you know how to reach us. And everybody have a fantastic, fantastic rest of your day. We'll see you next month.
See ya.